All right. Welcome back to our game. Welcome back to fucking Reign of Ages, guys. The homebrew Starfinder campaign. A lot happened in session 1. uh Big, title going on. There was the wedding between Scorpio, Sky, and Show. There was guests everywhere. The fucking Wintermorn crew, Severana, Tarika, the Drow guy, everybody, even even fucking Rat Rod. Um, at this event, Severana, who seemingly now has like quit the Callistocrat life, and came to you guys with a job, kind of especially coming over because Shaw is part of the crew. Um, But, what the fuck? There we go. But Severana told you guys of a recent acquisition, or at least intel that she's got. She had sent out traders, as she often does, and found the location of a strange system out in the vast, known as it's translated into common, Fesundus 1. That's the planet closest to the star. She was hoping you guys would do some trading, some recon. She gave you various goods, alcohol, primarily minerals from her mining operations. As you guys got the mission, she showed you this strange little pill bug. The pill bug in question then projected a hologram of a individual with strange pupils. This at first seemed to be some sort of integrated tech, put into a creature, but it was quickly discovered that this wasn't the case. In fact, the creature was entirely organic and had been bioengineered to create a hologram projecting bug. With some of the info she gave you guys, talked to some of your contacts, got a little bit of information. You got Varenve, the gold dragon, involved. Varenve was interested, as her company does biotech stuff, especially with terraforming. Excuse me, sorry. But yeah, she was, willing to kind of support any tech that you guys bring back. She's interested in funding research into this. You guys talked to Riche, who had some intel about perhaps not bioengineering itself, although it could be argued that that is the case. But Rafai talked to the owner of the Ergothone Club, Riche Tilvarin. She equated this to necroengineers of the Necroforge, being able to really rewrite physiology to her almost felt like bioengineering. Neva and Hemelith from the crew of the Wintermorn talked to you guys about how drift travel's been going, and in a crazy roll of getting a 1 out of 100, Shaw relayed the story about how his most recent jump back to Absalom Station was absolutely horrendous. On the travel, there was random encounters with monsters, things like that, as well as just terrible rattling ship travel. You guys had also heard that the Starstone is currently on lockdown, more so than ever was before. Security had already increased after the crew of the Celosia had saved it previously, but this is a little beyond the pale right now. Nehemelith kind of gave you guys the analogy with Neva about the Starstone being a rock on a tarp filled with water. It's kind of pulling everything towards it. Drift travel should always be quick to the Starstone, but she equated to there being something in the water now. All right. you guys went down into went through the drift travel. Took you guys a little bit to get there. Did some research, but eventually made it to the Fundus system. Um, and certainly had you did some research on bioengineering on the way, like learning especially there's like chemical and tech editing, there's selective breeding, but making a new creature from scratch is kind of the peak of bioengineering that you know of. On the way in, you guys saw chrysalis vermelathons, which are like strange pop back up, strange like space worms almost. Due to some excellent piloting, you guys avoided any of those asteroids floating around from hatching and descended down to the planet. On Facundus 1, you all met Corum. Corum was this seemingly mostly human individual with strange shifting pupils that kind of went between like snake slit eyes and goat eyes, with like nictating membranes going left to right over them. Tall, dark, straight hair, tan skin. His clothes kind of looked like some sort of Kevlar vest, and he had this weird pistol on his waist that seemed bioengineered. You guys learned that the station, seemingly the only settled place on the planet, is a trading station known as the Karachi Station. It's an outpost. Some of the buildings are kind of what you guys are used to in modern day. Like, there are buildings like metal, stone, concrete looking stuff, that kind of thing. Other buildings looked like they were made of carapace or chitin, that had been like expressly grown in that way. Although the buildings did not seem to be actual like living organisms, more like shells. That being said, the landing pad that your new remade ship, the Argent Horizon, is parked on, did seem to be some kind of shelled creature, like a shellfish with tentacles that it extruded. Overall, this is a very jungle-based planet. All of you guys were given a Traducian annelid, a bug that kind of hooked itself onto the bone behind your ears, like the skull, and then down towards your jaw, and is translating their language into common. You guys did get a pretty high roll that, like, oh, okay, the previous trading group probably refused this because it's a little, it's a little gross letting this bug clamp onto you. But that kind of offended them a little, so most of you guys taking it definitely helped relations here. And they introduced themselves as part of the Amel, sorry, need to drink some water. The Amel Biocracy. That is most of what's going on right now. Any questions from last session?
None from me.
Okay. Anyone else?
Oh, I think that pretty much covers it.
Sweet. I believe last we left off, they were unloading your ship, getting trade goods going on. You guys are in this, like, I mean, it's not like a city or anything, but it's a decently sized trading post, almost like an orbital space station would be, so you guys could do some exploring. I know that at least Refine, I believe you wanted to talk with Corum a bit more about their culture. One thing that you guys did know is that they definitely use bioships, and he said that while there was none in orbit right now, that they do use OMA, space whales, as ships. Is that the case, Refine?
Yeah, no, it's the case.
Okay, I'd say we'll start there, but like, what is everyone kind of going off and doing right now?
I feel like Shaw was going to be supervising the offload and like trying to I would assume working with the traders and stuff that are there.
Okay.
I would. I think he would probably ask Yo for some help with that one, given that they're a little better at the talking.
Mhm.
But I think he'd probably ask Refine to keep in touch because remember what happened last time we went off on our own.
Yeah, Yo definitely likes the idea of sticking with you as sort of here because they've heard it's like well working at the club with the Scorpio heard of your sales adventures and is thinking like yeah it's probably best to you know just stick around to smooth things over for any sort of like cultural faux pas.
Okay. So Shaw, um, is standing there or Shaw's supervising with Yo. Refine is talking to Corum. Is anyone else going with Refine to talk to Corum? Or I guess the better question: are Rin or Scythe doing anything else in particular? If you're not hanging with Refine or Shaw and Yo,
I shouldn't be talking to anyone, probably.
do you think he would follow Refine then, or just kind of like sticking nearby with Shaw and just kind of providing security over there?
Probably sticking around Shaw.
Okay. So you're providing
Hoping
security.
someone acts up.
Hoping someone acts up. Hell yeah. And then Rin, what are you doing?
I'll be studying this brain worm.
Okay.
I'll just stick near the group and just examine it.
Well, I guess the question is, are you
I would-
sticking with the group by the ship or going with Refine? While you're, I mean, you can
By the
study it while you're walking. By the ship, you said?
Yeah, that would be my advice.
Okay. Um,
I'm not going in the sub with you.
Shaw would say.
Exactly.
You don't know about that.
I think yes, but Shaw does. He'll tell, and he'll simply say to them, just like, keep your comm on. If you had any trouble, put your locator.
Yeah.
I'll be there as quick as I can.
All right. I think I should be fine.
They seem up front. Let's be careful.
I will.
all right. Cool. So what is your what kind of question? I think we'll start with Refine and Corum. He kind of just starts walking off with the intent of like walking and talking with
Sure.
you. Boots kind of just crunching on gravel.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, while your friends supervise the unloading. Sorry, lose my voice here. While your friends are supervising the unloading, what would you have me say of the Amal biocracy?
Well, I guess my first question would be, what's the homeworld of the biocracy? And is it within this system?
Give me a diplomacy check.
Oh, wonderful. I'm notoriously good at diplomacy. Okay, I rolled a 9.
He kind of looks you up and down. And he's just like, "You will forgive my impoliteness. I try not to give away information like that, especially to outsiders who we have frankly not traded with much yet. I could provide other information about the biocracy. But
Certainly.
your question, I will say the capital is a fair ways from here.
All right. I guess another question I had is, what's the creature that grows the shell that's used in the buildings?
The you noticed are the ones with the carapace.
Yes, yes. I mean, the landing platform obviously had some sort of creature still living within, but the buildings over there seem to be grown, and whatever has grown them seems to be departed, as far as I can tell, anyway.
Yes, they are made by inhabitor crabs.
Mm. All right.
Great. Well, at their core, soft shell crustaceans, but they uh, are able to kind of secrete a carapace-like substance that grows, and via I don't quite know how to say, the bugs do a decent job of translating Acarin into your common tongue, but there are some differences. That's kind of the first you've heard of the. He didn't say what his language was before, but Acarin is what
Yeah,
they speak.
how do you spell that?
Akorin. I put it in Roll20.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
All right.
That's fair enough. I hopefully then will become more familiar with your language at some point that I might better be able to understand.
He kind of like claps his hands, like that would be wonderful. A cultural exchange, even more so than I had anticipated.
If you don't mind the question, the creatures that you grow, like the traducian annelids and such,
Yes.
Do they ever get out of control, or do they ever seem to take issue with fulfilling the purposes to which they have been designed?
Ooh, give me a sense motive check before he answers that.
Another thing I am phenomenal.
Look, you went off by yourself to have
okay,
a...
that
was actually pretty good. That was pretty good.
Insane roll on my part.
I was like, you went off to have explicitly a conversation with these skill levels. That's not on me.
No, I know.
18's actually pretty good. You get the sense that he's definitely in the swing of, like, he's kind of excited to play this tour guide-esque role where he's like, oh, you know, like, I can tell about all this cool shit we have. And, like, right away, you hit on something that's, like, you look at him and you're like, oh, that's absolutely happens.
Okay, Refine does not realize, I would say typically, which questions are, like, ones that might be difficult to answer.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna roll. I had a number in mind for the actual roll. I'm gonna roll an opposed check now.
Sure.
Let me check his skill level. Okay. I think he rolled pretty bad. I think you know what I've already said, and that's happened recently, and he's trying not to talk about it. But, like, that has happened, like, imminently recently.
Okay. So how does he answer? Out of curiosity.
So you see that hesitation, he's like, well, I imagine much like your mechanically engineered parts of your ship, things need maintenance, of course.
Of course.
Maintenance is just a little bit different when you're dealing with, like, biologic impulse.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know. Yes,
Yeah,
maintenance occasionally.
I will admit to having destroyed a few engines by accident in my time.
Oh.
It is... Well, we all learn somewhere. We all start somewhere.
I suppose that is true.
This was when I was much younger.
Are you in destroying... Was this like an accidental, you were trying to build it and it blew up in your face? Or were you engaging in, like, soldiery? You know how it is in combat.
No. I was, as I said, I grew up in the Drift, and for a long time I just kind of stayed there. I was on a ship at one point that was responsible for kind of putting drift beacons out. But so I basically just kind of maintain engines. I don't do anything particularly soldiery. That's not really my
So you
skill
don't,
set.
but your companions?
I mean, we have been in situations where it has been necessary, and I can take care of myself in situations like that where I need to. I'm just not particularly well suited to it. And they certainly can take care of themselves better than I can.
Mm.
But
That
I'm
is... Yes?
sorry. Go ahead.
I was saying that's good to know, that your friends could handle themselves like that.
I am shocked that I have never heard of the biocracy before. Do you all have experience trading around Absalom Station in the Viscarium? Are there currently open trade lines? Are you open to opening trade lines?
Open to opening. Yes. Perhaps there have been meetings before from explorers out in the vast. As far as I know, we have no regular tradings with the Pact Worlds or this Vescarium.
Okay. Okay.
But I mean, if your ore is as rich as it seems, and you brought such fine drink and libation, perhaps trade routes open pretty quick.
All right. Out of character, Ben,
Yes.
is there a way I could ask if these actually? I think I might just try this.
Okay.
Well, no, I don't want to risk it after he said that something went out of control recently. Never mind. That's potentially a bad idea.
Okay. Up to you.
So I guess not sure how to. I'm not really sure what else to ask. I think they might answer, but I guess in case they're willing to answer, is there an organization that leads the biocracy? Is it a single leader, or if you're unable to answer, that's completely
No,
understandable.
I think that is a fair question. Um, yes, we could say. The biocracy itself is ruled over by a council.
Okay. Do you have any questions for me about the Pact Worlds or where I'm from or any of that sort?
Are there? You call them the Pact Worlds. I mean, it seems from your crew a variety of species. One would assume.
Yes, there are a variety of species there. It is certainly around, I would say, kind of where it is centered, quite metropolitan or cosmopolitan.
Of course, we do have larger cities. This is but a small trading outpost.
Mm-hmm.
But your cities are completely inorganic?
Well, the biggest one probably is at kind of the in one of the systems. I would say the largest for lack of a better word, settlement is an entirely inorganic space station.
Ah. Orbital platforms and, extraplanetary stations are impressive feats for a culture to build.
Oh, I don't. Do I know who built Absalom?
No.
I think anybody knows who
No,
built it.
no one really
Yeah,
knows. It was just, that's part of the gap.
Yeah, we don't know who built the station, actually.
What?
To be totally honest.
Well, it's not
Just
even
kind of been there.
been there.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
I mean, certainly we are capable. I know, particularly, there is a decent amount of work being put into terraforming a part of an asteroid belt. But as for who built the space station, I confess to ignorance on that.
Well, I suppose there are always such ancient cultures out here in the stars.
Indeed.
And would you describe the Pact Worlds as... There's a variety of species. Is it a joint species empire or...
No, the Vescarium is more similar, but there is a single species kind of in control of the Vescarium. The Pact Worlds are, I would say, conflux of different political powers.
Well, I suppose it is tricky for some people to have a united front.
Certainly. Very, very true.
And your Pact World system, if they are a variety of powers, is there no central protection service? You would know that there's no standing military. There's the stewards.
I mean, there are the stewards. I guess they're the Hell Knights.
Yes.
I'm not sure I would call them a protection service.
You know the stewards. I mean, they're interplanetary law enforcers.
Yeah, they tend to be a bit more. Maybe the word is independent political entities, perhaps. Would you say that's accurate, Ben?
Yeah, I'd say that. He's saying, but I would say that's pretty accurate.
Yeah, there are a few, but they tend to be more independent political entities.
Now, give me a perception check.
31.
He takes a turn down the another street, kind of walking you guys towards a cafe. Is what he said last session. It seems pretty casual. He kind of gestures for you to follow and is talking with you amicably. You see down the street that he's now turned away from. You guys have taken a right turn. One of the buildings up ahead, if you had continued straight down the street, you see that there is soot and damage on one of the sides of the carapace. He seemingly is purposefully avoiding it.
Okay. I think Refine will not ask about it simply because of the earlier somehow successful sense motive check.
Mm-hmm.
Not wanting to create a problem.
All right.
But we'll definitely note that in their mind that that is a thing.
Okay. You continue on your way with him. Let's cut back over to those of you guys by the ship. You see that there's like a lot of like basically the equivalent of dock workers here, who begin to help you offload the ship. Give me, I'd say, just whoever's over by the ship who wants to can make a perception check on the dock workers. Ooh, okay. Uh, I would say, Shaw and Rin. The pair of you guys see that a lot of these humans, have a lot of, like, bio enhancements going on. You see, like, a lot of, like, they're, like, lifting really heavy materials, and you see that, like, it seems like their arms might have, like, additional muscle fiber from some other creature, like, woven into the arms. You see that there are a couple of them. You see, looking over the cargo, I think Rin on a 42, you see that it looks like their pupils are changing styles as they look at different pieces of cargo, just like Corum's was when he looked at your ship. And I think you would know that it is less. It's not an aesthetic choice. Like these irises seem to be doing different things for them. Scythe kind of providing security. I will say on a 42, Rin, you do see that while none of them are heavily armed, most of them have at least a sidearm of some variety. Is anyone trying to like get any information out of those people? Or do you guys have any goals while they're unloading? Like Shaw as you're supervising, for instance.
I think I'd probably be asking. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, Ben. There was one more question I would want to ask.
Okay. What was it?
Have they had any trouble with drift travel recently?
He tells he's like, I've heard it's a little turbulent. I haven't left this world in a while.
Okay.
But we are still receiving shipments from the Biocracy.
Makes sense.
Alright, then, Shaw, what were you gonna say?
Are there any of them that look like to be like? I know you said dock workers. Is there anybody who's actively approached us to see about actually like buying and trading different things, or are we waiting for? Was that more of what Corum's job was?
You see there are like merchants waiting on the wings.
Look over to Yo. Well, let's go see if we can close a few deals.
Yo will once again give you the 2 right-hand salute and say, aye aye, Captain.
Alright, you guys head over to some of the merchants nearby. You see they're kind of like, from a distance, looking at what's being unloaded. They seem to be kind of like tabulating stuff up on what looks like data slates, like tablets. And again, the shells of these seem to be more carapace in nature.
I would approach them and afternoon or what time of day is it? I guess.
We'll say it's like a little bit afternoon, like 1 o'clock, effectively.
My name's Shaw. I'm captain of the ship. I'm be happy to see what ways you all have to trade. I bring large amounts of minerals, various goods, beverages. There's a variety of different items. So my colleague and I here would be happy to have some talk and see what deals we can close.
He's like, oh, welcome to our planet. Yes, we are quite interested in some of these mineral ores, especially. And one of them's like, oh, I would, interested in trading for some of those drinks as well. They're like, is there any? I mean, a lot of this is new material for us. Perhaps some of the ores we've worked before. Is there any type of thing you all are seeking in particular?
Perfectly honest, a lot of your. I'd be curious to know what wares you have to offer in exchange. A lot of the biotechnology and bioengineered items are very novel to people like me. I'd be curious to see what you have to offer.
Oh, indeed. Uh, we could offer you. I think it was of some interest to a previous pilot that was here, but some pill picks. It produces one of like the roly polies that can take holographic images.
There's definitely interest in the personal electronics of sorts like that. Perhaps of the.
Oh, nothing electronic
I-
in it. All
or-
all biotic.
Let me. Shaw laughs. Force of habit. Apologize. Uh, Data-driven organisms, such as your pill picks, such as the. I point to the tablets they're using. Those sorts of devices. If it was handheld computational organisms, there'd definitely be interest in personal electronics, and perhaps we also have a potential buyer of somebody who'd be interested in uh, technologies that might be useful for terraforming. That's a business they're in, and one of my colleagues would have interest in that as well.
Well, we could get you pill picks by the crateful, to be honest.
Start with that, and then
And then
what
terraforming.
do
He
you
like calls over another merchant, and he's like, they're interested in terraforming technologies. Guys, like, it's tricky.
in areas? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
He's just like, I think I have an old, she's been around for a while, but I have an old atmospheric engine. The guy's like, oh,
Be interested.
he could trade you that.
I'd be interested to see that. Certain. And what do you call those? And I motion to the tablet-looking organisms.
Um. It's like, oh, these are a species of flatworm, I believe you would call it.
Fascinating.
We call them affish worms.
Okay. Let's start with these kinds of.
How do you
items.
spell that, Ben?
Oh,
Hold on, I'm copying it.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you.
let's start with these kinds of personal-sized items, and then if you have heavy equipment for things such as terraforming or construction, that'd also be, or I guess, pardon me, not equipment, organisms that might be more useful for terraforming or construction. That would be of interest, and also genuinely, if you have cultural, if we're bringing, I'm motioned to like some of the crates of liquors and stuff, culture items you choose, you care to trade, we'd be interested in bringing and trading you for those as well. So, but I know my employer is predominantly interested in areas of construction, mining, and terraforming. Those and some of the personal devices I think would be of the great interest.
Very well. We'll get some of these small technical, as you call them, technological items, but the little ones together for you. He's like, would my friend, would you like to go grab them? He's like, oh, the engine, sure. He goes away for a little bit. I think you guys like start loading the crates. I would say like 10 minutes later, you see he kind of comes back around the corner, and you see following him is like a truly enormous, seemingly like an arachnid. This is like a huge sized creature.
I mean, we can probably fit it on the ship, I imagine.
Oh, we could. Shaw gulps. Is like, well, we can fit that, but I suppose I'd like to have some advice for how to keep it calm during drift transit.
And what's to eat? We need that too.
That's important. Yeah, I'd be interested in the care and upkeep of these creatures. What kinds of things, and for the also for even the smaller organisms and other things. Folks from where I'm from aren't used to care to perhaps in this sort of thing that you, Shaw, if you'll pardon the thing, a hologram that you feed, so to speak. He gives kind of a laugh because like Shaw's trying very hard to
It's trying
translate,
so hard to
tactful
translate this.
but trying to figure out like these things that to him are an equivalent to something he's always known as a technological device, but would be hugely in demand back, among like consumer electronics and stuff like that back in the Pack world.
And yo, are you adding anything to this? As we're going forward.
I think at this point, like Yo being still like new to the group, and is sort of like wanting to get a feel for the whole thing, and especially since if the idea is that you're having Yo as sort of like your I guess communications officer, for lack of a better term, they want to get a feel for like how you are, because it's like they feel like you're the captain, but it's like they want to wait for like the opportunity to step in, or for you to give them the opportunity to step in.
Okay.
Okay. In that case, I mean, to be fair, I think if how can I put this? My brain. I think perhaps if we'd wanted to have a discussion about like negotiating strategy on the trip over, I think Shaw would very much try to leave you openings in the conversation to come in. I think he's trying. I would try to be collaborative about it, because I know Shaw knows he's not the best man with words, and that's your whole reason for coming along. And I think at that point, I just like, you also worked on this contract for Miss Severana. You got anything you particularly like to add? Any other items?
Hmm. Well, I will admit that caring for live creatures in general during drift travel is a rather risky proposition, especially considering many of the things that Mr. Sky has told me that you had experienced before.
At least I know that there this time. The last time they wasn't. We didn't know the score. Oh, yeah.
Also, I saw a refiner question in the Roll20 chat. The merchant here tells you this is an Oronite spider.
All right. I'm gonna be honest. I'm probably just gonna ask this question every time.
Though, it's like
I'm gonna have to
also,
name like every bio device I describe. It's gonna be so rough.
I've got a running list of all of the names.
I'll be so fascinated to see it at the end, because I'm definitely gonna make some up on the spot.
Though I also think Yo just sort of like, Yo also likes to throw in like like a little bit of humor to help like keep the mood light and everything. It's like, though you'll also have to forgive me. I generally am a bit wary of any creature that has more limbs than I do.
Oh, the bird's like, she's no trouble. I promise. You see, Oronite spiders, they are. Their purpose is they create a bubble of atmosphere that should be breathable. I mean, I assume you all. It seems like we are interacting fine. You probably breathe at least somewhat the same mix of ambient gases in your atmosphere as in ours. But let's say you were out in the void of space, or on a hostile world with a poor air mixture, or an asteroid with no air mixture to speak of. It would. You see, like, kind of like pause of the trend. You see an analyst is like working overtime here to like get this across. Is like it would be like a web of air that would then disperse in a radius.
And how long would this air last for?
He like kind of pats her on one of the legs. It goes like it's kind of like scuttles unnervingly. None of them seem. They all seem like entirely unfazed. To you guys, this is like a little off-putting. Has this thing like scuttles back and forth. Maybe excitedly. Hard to say. It's got a really big, pointy, fanged mouth. It's a little concerning. It's like, oh, she's she's an old workhorse now, but I'd say she could probably maintain the atmospheric bubble for 20 minutes to an hour, depending on if she's on a full stomach.
Having an atmosphere that consistently lasts for that length of time without needing, electric power could be useful.
And it will also, is centered on her auric web. So if you are traveling, it will follow.
Oh, looks over. Seems quite handy.
It's pretty good. I don't really need it on a planet like this. She's been in my family for a while, but probably could do you some more good. And we need some trade things going on.
I think we'll have some good stuff.
Does she have a name?
Oh, this old girl? Oh, this I call her Bessie.
Oh, that Yo will do like they bat their eyelashes and you see them sort of like they just sort of like do like the chippy anime face, like, oh, that is so adorable, and they're being completely genuine about that.
Shaw, you look at you look at Yo, look back at the spider, and it's like drooling green saliva onto the ground, kind of just like just like quietly panting. We're just like, I agree, she's very cute for her breed.
Shaw's not gonna say anything, but is a little concerned.
Um,
Do you have some advice for how we can, how best to, care for these creatures during transit?
During transit, she likes to eat, she is omnivorous, but mostly meat. Yeah, some roughage would help in her diet from time to time. Some tubers, perhaps.
I'm not. We can gloss over some of the
We
details,
can.
but
Yeah,
Shaw
you
will
don't have
try
to. You don't have to write down what they eat. It's fine.
But
His
I think
friend,
that would be. Oh, go ahead.
the one who like called over the merchant with the Ornite spider, is just like, and that'll probably be good. I mean, I imagine it's hard to keep keep her barn going at the moment with the like you see his friend like fucking elbows him in the ribs. Give me a sense motive check on them.
All right.
Holy shit.
25, pretty good for Shaw. 22,
That's
fairly low for Tio. The first merchant was like about to spill the beans on something about power. It seems like the guy is trying to hide the fact that his barn or whatever it is doesn't have power right now. Kind of with like a darting glance, like he's like looking at his friend, like, and then looks at you guys, look like he's like, like, shut the fuck up kind of face, like we're not supposed to talk about this right now. Do you guys ask about it though?
Shaw said, problem?
Nothing for guest traders to be concerned about. It's all right.
I mean, the fact, I think you always speak up. It's like, well, I don't know. I mean, the fact that you seem to be going to be rid of this creature so quickly might arouse some suspicion. I mean, not that I have anything to be suspicious from you, of course, right?
Ooh, give me. Sorry, go ahead, Shaw. But then it'll be a diplomacy.
Oh, go
check
ahead.
after.
I'll let it go to diplomacy.
Okay, yeah, hit me with a diplomacy check.
All right. See.
Whew. And
33.
A good like roll, and that's a good angle to come at them for, because they are like. Now you see. Now there's this vibe of like, oh fuck, like these people are.
Because I guess
Like they're
it's
like
the
kind
way
of
they
smearing us as merchants.
way,
like we gotta prove
it's like,
that
the
we're
way
good.
Yo says it, It's like it's the way Yo said it, and also it's like their body language as well. It's like with two arms, they're like holding their lapels, and then with the others, they're like holding out their hands, sort of like being, putting up that whole like professional, friendly face, but being fake as hell at the same time.
You see, they kind of like, all right, all right. Look, Gorham didn't want us mentioning it to you all, but you all seem like good folk, and I wouldn't want you to think we're offloading merchandise onto you. First of all, we are trading for it, so it is a quid pro quo already. But we want you to know these aren't defective goods. We're not trying to make you leave quickly. He was going to say that he was having some. I was pointing out that his barn currently isn't powered. Some of our generator animals went a little bit crazy.
Shaw raises an
Weary.
eyebrow.
Do you need us to hunt down these generator animals?
They like both turn and they're like, "Holy shit! I didn't know that one talked." I thought that was. I'm gonna be honest. I don't really have a word. Metal person? Is that? I don't want to offend you, metal person. Is that
Declaration. I don't care what you call me.
okay? Well. Uh you are you all hunters? I thought you were tradesmen.
Well, by default, we trade I can talk. By default, my business is trading, but we've also done mercenary work, and I think Shaw kind of motions to the weapons hanging on his back. We're not unfamiliar with combat or, let's just say in the merchant profession, trouble tends to find you. We need to be, you know how to deal with it when it does.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, he's like, we should probably talk to Corum first. He's like, I mean, Corum might appreciate a little initiative. He's like, that's true. Look, maybe you come to Corum with proof of a kill, and maybe you get some extra things out of it. We don't have to worry about the rogue plasmalisk in the woods. A win-win.
Shaw looks over at Scythe. To up for some. Oh, sounds good. Go for a little bit of hunting.
Declaration. Of course I am Meatbag Captain Shaw.
You
Shaw
see,
looks
he's
over.
like, the guy's like, so, is that like normal? Do you guys talk about each other's chemical makeup?
Not
Yo
particularly,
will
but
Yo will shrug and just be like, I'm still fairly new to this group, so I'm still getting used to certain dynamics.
All right, for our meat person, he kind of like looks at you guys like, did I get it?
Shaw,
Did I crack the code?
Shaw's like,
Yo's eyebrows shoot up, looking extremely offended, and be like, "Excuse me, do I have to wear like a name tag here? My pronouns are they, them. Thank you very much."
Oh, phew! I
Shaw
thought the part
kind
that
of
was
makes
offending was the his friend is like, I
Shaw
don't
makes
think
it more
they
conciliatory.
probably also they didn't like that you called them forearm meat person.
Shaw makes a kind of a conciliatory gesture. Is like, I think my colleague Scythe here is. I brought him here for martial prowess. I think he is, as you might have guessed, probably not afraid of speaking bluntly. I think generally speaking, we.
Diagnostic. Do my ocular sensors lie to me? I sense that under your scales there is water sloshing around inside your flesh coating. How the constant sloshing doesn't drive you mad is beyond me.
Shaw looks over. Is like, we're gonna ignore that. Um, he. Shaw, you could all at that
You
point.
see, they're
Shaw's
both
almost
just
trying not
like
to.
really
Shaw,
like, wow, this is kind of interesting.
Shaw's honestly almost trying not to bust out laughing. Also because me as James is also trying not to die laughing right now.
One of them is like,
uh,
anyway, perhaps we could show you what you're hunting.
we'd be much obliged. And I'll quickly tab in a message to Refine to say, we got a side gig. They asked us if we can, we got a side gig. Meet up with me when you're free.
Refine is just gonna like type a response that says just like in the head, because again, Refine doesn't actually use an actual communicator, so Quorum probably won't be able to see this unless the worms are spying on us. That says, "Be careful. Some of these things get out of control. They don't want us to know."
Shaw very quickly keys back. Funny that they hired us to hunt some of those that they lost control of.
Well, I did see there seemed to be scorch marks on a building down here. I'll finish my food and then I'll try and meet up with you all.
You're like setting this as like the pair, like you and Quorum are like drinking some sort of like spiced tea. You're like I don't know what fucking plant this is, but like it feels like tea. We'll just go for it.
Sure. Yeah.
And then the people on the landing platform, and I'll say I think this probably gets blah, 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 blah. This probably gets Rin's attention as you're studying the worm. You can come over to this as well. And actually we'll make a roll for the worm in a second, but you see the guy holds up his sorry, his Afish worm, the like tablet, and you see like the screen, for lack of a better word, is like the underbelly of an insect that is, if you could see the electricity going from neuron to neuron in real time and then have those electric sparks organized into coherent image, that's what he's using to display this to you. He's like, this
Sorry, what are the...
is a plasmalisk. They help generate power for the buildings here. They are usually quite docile. As the name would suggest, they are capable of producing high energy plasmas, which are pretty clean energy, as energies go.
I think as we're walking and it's like here, Yo will lean over to Shaw and whisper, it's like, Captain, are we starting a zoo or something?
I will caution you, that when you approach a plasmalisk, normally, we keep their blindfolds on unless we are using them to actively ionize something, but if they see you with their eyes, there's a good chance that they will, essentially begin to rapidly ionize the liquids within your body, leading to perhaps catastrophic explosion of your body.
I will be sure to avoid that then. Thank you.
Straw kind of looks over to, well, you did mention something about the sloshy units. That seems to be problematic. I'll look back to the merchant. We'll keep out of the line. We'll keep out of the line of sight. Are they particularly perceptive? Are they normally... You mentioned this particular batch went kind of crazy. Are they normally pretty docile?
They are usually very docile. I mean, these are biocracy creatures. They have been bred, for such stuff. Stuff's not a good word. They have been bred, for... I don't like to use the term obedience.
You generally...
They work
I
with
get
us
it.
on the farm, you know what I mean?
You generally don't want your power generator going rogue. I get it.
I mean, if you really want to get kinky, just call it submission. We all know that's what you mean.
No, it's more that I don't like the implication that we are enslaving living creatures. More of a symbiotic thing. Anyway, don't let them look at you. What else? His friend's like, oh, they do glow at night. You should be able to find them pretty easily. He's like, oh yeah, they do glow.
know.
Explanation. I don't have any liquids in my body and am resistant to electricity. Perhaps I should take point.
Oh. You know, that's a good point. It's like, yeah, usually they, well, they can produce the plasma themselves, but if we really need a burst of energy, sometimes we use like a farm animal that you would use for food. You know, that kind of herd creature. They will look at it, ionize it, and create a controlled plasmic explosion, which will, generate some more energy.
Straw just kind of blinks twice at that at the image on that one.
What do you mean? What would be inefficient about getting one creature to look at another, ionize the fluids in its body to create an explosion to power their buildings?
The efficiency isn't what's kind of it's the visual.
Don't worry
It's
about
not the
that.
issue.
The infrastructure's there.
Yeah, I think Yo's right there with you, and it's like she would just. Sorry, they would blink at like the exact same time.
I think the pair of merchants was like, what do you use to power your ships? Or this ship?
I guess technically.
Well, Yo will reach into their blazer, pull out one of their energy weapon batteries, and say, basically think a much larger version of this.
Oh, like an energy cell. We have those too. It takes a while to grow them off the trees, but it's worth it.
Fascinating. Fine, I'm sure.
Hey, Ben.
Yeah, what's up?
What's the species of tree called?
Fuck. I'm gonna think about it. I'll let me think about it.
All right.
I didn't write names for all of these. Okay. I started to, then I was like, they're simply gonna ask for a piece of gear that I haven't, like, haven't written. So I should just stop. I should just stop trying. I'm gonna say they're called induction furs.
Okay.
And that, like, the pine cones they produce are batteries.
I'm sure Refine has got a great many questions for Quorum. I hope you'll forgive kind of our ignorance in some of the issues we have on this one. This is this level of biosymbiosis and use of creatures for. It's a very different and kind of jarring thing for me. It's fascinating, but this is all very new. So appreciate you taking the time to help us learn and understand a lot of this.
It's our pleasure. If it gets us good quality goods like this, happy to do it. Now, will you be waiting till the evening to hunt, or are you just gonna go now?
Shaw thinks about that. Let's finish getting the goods offloaded. We can make what deals we can right now. The remainder we can. I prefer not to leave my ship unsupervised in a new port. I hope you understand. There's nothing on you all, but well, I've had problems in other spaceports, and
Very well.
old habits die hard. Once Refine returns, I think perhaps this evening, if you can, excuse me, if you can get us a general location where you think they might be, I see no good reason why we can't just set out tonight. I'll look over to
north, maybe. He seems like he's no. You're pretty. This dude has no idea.
We'll do some scans. We'll see what we can find. Perhaps we can be of some assistance in our own way. So, once Refine returns, we'll see what we can do, and in the meantime, we'll do some scans and see perhaps if we can find some of your rogue creatures. So, no, you got a deal.
Excellent. Hell yeah. So, going over to Rin as well. Rin, you're trying to research the Traducian annelid. What are you doing to try to accomplish that?
Just observing its behavior. Does it look like it's hungry or trying to get out of the container?
I'd say give me probably a life science check. I think it doesn't seem hungry, and judging by the way that it's built, you think maybe this is it's like a symbiotic parasite. Like, if it's latched onto you, it is basically going to keep itself alive with nutrients from your body, but, like, such a minute amount of them that it's basically unnoticeable.
The locals seem to object to me having this thing in a jar.
Give me a sense motive check. See if anyone's giving you odd looks while they're kind of going by. You're not sure. On an 8, you're like, you're kind of just doing your own thing, and, you know, if they got a problem with it, they got a problem with it.
Do any of the locals have these worms?
Yeah, you see most of the merchants do.
Right.
There's maybe a couple that don't, but any that are, like, coming over to deal with you guys are absolutely wearing some.
I tap on the glass of the container.
It kind of just scuttles around a little bit. I'd say on a 29, you would know these things have a limited lifespan if they're not attached to someone. That being said, once they're being worn, they probably last, you think maybe like a couple months.
They want to do an autopsy on this thing when it's
Presumably, like, in the ship.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I think you can just put it in your inventory for now.
Yeah.
Alright, I'd say after a bit, Corum, he'd probably, like, invite you or fine. Like, I was like, I'll bring you back to the ship, see how they're doing. You guys get most of these goods offloaded.
On the way back, can I try and get like a slightly better view of what was causing the burning?
Yeah. Give me a I would say a perception or life science check, your call.
Okay, let's go with
Might reveal slightly different.
life science. Life science is slightly better than perception, so we'll go with that.
Sure.
32.
You have seen this like this burning pattern. It's not dissimilar to a breath weapon on creatures you guys have seen before. You would assume some sort of like, if it wasn't a breath weapon, it must have been some sort of like high-powered flamethrower type thing. But like some sort of energy casting happened here. I think you would assume on that higher roll, like some sort of superior gas, like plasma, that probably impacted the building as a oh my god, I forgot the word for saying it impacted it as like a beam, not a cone.
Okay, sure.
Like there's not like there's a bit of concentration to the effect.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd say that's the main thing you know, is it seems like some kind of breath weapon.
Okay.
Cool. I will say in terms of like yeah.
I think Refine is going to ask Corum if I can let my little robot wander around. And as I say this, just like Espy is just gonna like come out of the tattoo and just like start walking next to
He's just like,
Refine.
whoa. That metal. It was in your arm.
Yes, yes.
Is it like
There.
an augmetic?
Well, no, I built SB a long time back. But recently I met with a tattoo artist who had some capability to do magical tattoos who put this together for me so that now I can have my my little friend as a tattoo.
Our culture is not without its arcanist individuals, but it is not really an art that we specialize in.
Do you mind if I allow my little robot here to walk about?
Does it have any visible weapons on it at the moment?
No.
I think he's like, is
don't
it?
Think. Well, actually, let me check.
I think that would change his answer. If it's got no visible armaments, probably fine with it.
It does not have visible armaments, but it has visible places where armaments are meant to go.
Okay, I'm gonna give him a perception check on
Because technically, SB has a smuggler's compartment where they keep most of their stuff.
I think he looks it over, and he's like, as long as it remains unarmed and stays out of private dwellings, sure.
Of course. And then I will set SB to kind of just make a like wide sweep of the place.
Right. She goes off to start working on that. You head back. You see. We're gonna hand wave some of the like trade good cargo.
Actually, Ben, I have one last question for the guy who hired us. Are the plasmalisks? It kind of says in the name. I presume they're resistant to certain energy types.
They. Plasma is often just a superheated amount of electricity and fire. They're pretty good against that.
Understood.
I don't know how much. We don't really build them. He shows the image again, like this fucking, like I showed you the picture, terrifying looking creature, and he's like, they're not built for combat.
I'll raise an eyebrow slightly at that. Understood.
He's like, oh, trust me, if you saw some of the war machines created by the bureaucracy, whew.
Duly noted. Hopefully I don't have to. Very well.
So you guys can, if you want, add to your cargo hold. Like, you have stuff that's like, probably a bunch of those like afish worms, the like tablet bugs, the pill picks, some other various like goods and sundries. I think they probably give you guys like some local teas, and like spices in exchange for those like what you guys know is like pretty cheap elven wine that Severana sent last time. That they were like, you guys got any more of that wine? That was pretty good.
Oh, by the way,
Shawty's
Ben.
Yep.
Sorry, I forgot to say this. More specifically, even though like this wasn't directly stated at any point out loud, the goal is for SB to take pictures of any of these technologies that are unknown, so Refine can study them later.
Okay, I'd say
Any of these creatures.
I'd say because SB can use your bonus for perception.
I think SB has.
Or is it her own? It might be her own.
Her
now that I'm
own.
thinking
Yeah, I
about
think
it.
it's her own.
I would say just roll with.
There are cases where I can use refines, but in this case, it would be SB's.
Okay. I would say just roll her perception check and. Okay. I think she probably gets like. You know, she gets a couple good pictures. Some new.
Okay.
Animal tech. It seems to be a lot of like animal based stuff here.
Sure.
Although I think she probably gets at least a couple pictures of like it doesn't always have to be that. Like there's stuff that's like circuitry in a wall and the circuitry is like nerve endings. Like stuff that is like biological material, but it's not like an actual creature. It's like biological material used for a mechanical purpose. But yeah, you return, you see, most of these trades goods have swapped. People are making deals in the marketplace. You see that there is a... let me double check the size that I made Oronite spiders. You see a huge sized spider. It's not like all the way extended up on its legs, but this thing, you think from like side to side, it's probably spanning like 15, 16 feet.
Okay.
Seems like your crewmates are just kind of like shuffling it onto the ship.
Yeah.
I will say a lot of the creature art I'm using, just so people know. I am using, if you ever come up against this stuff in other campaigns, I am using a lot of basis of creatures from the Starfinder Alien Archives, and then modifying them. Yeah. Just throwing that out there.
I guess at some point while some of this is going on, would lean over to Shaw and say, like, so Captain, I know you mentioned scanning. I did want to make sure to ask you. You do make sure to scan the ship for listening devices regularly, right?
Shaw winces.
Refine's like added it as a subroutine that goes off like every 2 minutes.
Oh yeah.
It's just
Absolutely.
like a surprising amount of like the core reactor's energy output is in like every 2-minute fucking security sweeps.
We do scans quite regularly. We had an embarrassing incident. Perhaps I suppose Mr. Sky might have told you about that.
Yes, he did. He's told me about a lot of things that you all got up to.
Some of them I'm more proud of than others.
Yes, I admit that Mr. Sky does have a tendency to overshare about certain things.
Very polite way of putting it. He means well, but he does. There's a reason I think he's found his right calling. He is a man who enjoys. He's a people's person.
That's true.
Well, I believe, from the admittedly brief time I've spent with him, but for what my cousin's show was called him, I believe in Kasatha we would call it, and you hear them speak, say the word. It's like, though I believe the term in common is himbo.
Staub busts out laughing. Not wrong. He means well. He wasn't, but put it to you this way: there's a reason Refine keeps a very tight watch over the engine room.
Oh.
Is that why it also says no peanut butter?
Shaw just grins. That's a story for another day.
I mean, I did think it was kind of weird. I figured, Refined being an android, that she didn't need to eat. I mean, so I didn't think she was allergic.
Oh, she's not. She's just I mean, technically she's not. She's just allergic to have it in anywhere near her engine.
Fair enough. I will say, as you guys meet back up, are you trying to wait until dark to find these
No,
things,
what
or
I'd
setting
like-
out right away?
I figure so. I had an idea for that, Ben, and I was gonna see if perhaps if this is possible. What I
Uh-huh.
was thinking is that I might ask if Rin would help, and perhaps we might be able to use the ship's scanners to look for power sources that are not within the settlement nearby.
Ooh, interesting. Yeah, I would say Rin could try to use the ship sensors. I would say
It's a computer's check.
Rin. I think it's a computer's check to use those sensors.
All right.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it's not bad. That's a pretty good one.
Jesus. You sense like northeast of here, near a river. You sense some electrical plasma activity.
That's the done.
Having sensed where it's at, do you guys think you just are heading out during the day then?
I think so.
Okay.
There's no reason to wait around. Is everybody else good with that?
Just to clarify, capture or kill?
We were told to kill them. Correct. He wanted us to hunt them down. Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said to bring back
Marine-
proof of the kill.
Yeah. So
Okay.
they're looking for specific. So it seems you were quite right that some of these things don't quite. I mean, they're creatures. They're still, as with any living being, they're. I think that would be the downside, is perhaps of these technologies is not perfectly controllable. But I must
Yes,
admit,
well-
I must admit it's fascinating.
Our technologies have their downsides as well,
Not wrong.
and we should be careful because, as said before, Quorum seems pretty determined to ensure that we do not know of this.
Yeah.
He steered me away from what appeared to be a incident where something shot a beam of something that caused a bit of a fire.
Beam
So
plasma, perhaps.
that would make sense.
Yeah, that's why I didn't mention it when you returned, since you mentioned that you were trying to keep it on the DL. These guys were as well. Nah, well, I figure we bring back the kill, and then I'll look over to Yo. We might have to do some smooth talking to clear it up. He may not like us. Might not be a little too terribly pleased if we're meddling a little bit, but at the same time, if we got us a job, our main job here is to see what goods and services we can do, and what if we can provide a service in exchange for more stuff to take back, so be it. I'm not opposed to that if y'all aren't.
Not at all, Captain. And in fact, doing these sort of little side jobs for the locals always helps to ingratiate us with some goodwill.
Yes,
We are getting
indeed.
paid for this, right?
Oh yes, correct me if I'm wrong, man. Severana said just one of the little pill picks alone is just like wondrous amounts would be worth a huge amount of money on the market.
Yeah, I mean, not like tens of thousands
Like
of
for-
credits, but like for what it is, it's worth a lot.
For a whole, yeah. To say nothing of the atmosphere projector, we'd be getting more money from that. We'd be getting plus we have a lot of trade goods we're bringing back, so yeah,
Indeed.
very much so.
All right, I'm gonna bring us
Very
to a
much
new
get
map.
paid for this.
You guys want to
Oh,
drop your?
And for the hunting, I mean, okay, if you meant for the hunt, yes, they said they would give us more stuff to take with us.
Be like, please, Rin, don't you think I'd know better than to work for free? How else do you think I'm going to be able to afford more business cards when I move up in rank?
Also, Ben, that river is phenomenal.
Yeah, I've been trying to get some fun maps for this. All right, go ahead and drop your tokens at the bottom as you guys head through the jungle. I'm gonna say, as you all are moving through the jungle, someone wants to make a survival check to see, to do some tracking here. Scythe 23.
Can anyone make it, or is it just?
Anyone can make it.
What you wanted to survive? Oh, that's one of the skills that Refine cannot do.
Well, between Rin and Scythe, you guys find enough evidence of like these are large sized creatures kind of trampling around with a bit of a glow to them. You come across a nearby clearing here along this something like hunting trail type road. And I would say everyone give me a stealth check as you see a pair of plasmalisks glowing up ahead. And we'll do a group check, so
Uh-oh.
lowest of the
gonna
best 3.
I'm gonna channel points.
Okay. Alright. So your channel points, go ahead and give yourself a reroll.
I did.
Perfect. And I'm just gonna... They didn't have health auras by default, because I'm a silly goose. There we go. Okay. Cool. So our rolls are 31, 46, 21, 38, 30. So the lowest of the top 3 is a 31. I'm gonna roll perception for these guys, see if they had a in on you on the way. Fucking rolled it under my computer like an idiot. They do not see you guys coming. You guys can position yourself basically anywhere outside 30 feet from them without them noticing.
I think. Let's see. Refine will almost certainly go into the air.
Okay, Refine takes to the air. Scythe, what is going on with your health, bro?
I realized I double putted my health,
Okay.
so I'm fixing it.
I just saw that you were like dead instantly. I was like, oh, that seems wrong.
Yeah. No, I
Just-
fixed it.
I think having Refine be, not in an easy line with the rest of the party is probably good there. SB is probably gonna go kind of in.
Yep, off in the woods there, off in the jungle.
Yeah, and Refine's gonna just kind of fly up over here.
Shaw's gonna move within 50 feet. Here.
Oh, actually, SB will start next to Shaw. That's a good idea.
Would I be able to get a spell off?
What spell? What spell are you trying to get off?
Oh, sorry, a mirror image.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I'd say you pop mirrors before the fight. Hell yeah. You guys see Rin fucking going into combat for the first time with the pair of you. Same with Yo and Scythe as they get ready in their various manners to engage the beasts.
Yeah. Guess
Excuse
Yo
me.
not wanting to tangle directly with these things will probably
Nice
will come in to use the foliage as cover. And they'll reach into one of the many pockets that they have in their blazer and pull out
Thank you.
2 guns. One a skip shot pistol, and the other a I'm trying to remember what else I have here. Ah, yes, of course, a golden digitizer pistol.
Hell
I
yeah.
have so many questions.
Sounds scary.
Well, they told you that they're more than happy to answer any questions you have. They have many stories to tell.
Perhaps later.
All right.
Shaw, and for Shaw's case, you'll see he'll reach into from his bandolier, and he's going to pull. Actually, I guess I don't have to do this yet. But with the Storm Dashko currently held in his offhand, ready to swing, but just so it's ready. And then in the other hand, he pulls out a what mark is this thing now? A Mark IV shock grenade.
Okay, sorry, I'm just reminding myself of how surprise rounds work in this specific version real quick. Okay, it's just like normal type.
To a more classic like Pathfinder / old D&D rule set.
Yes. So we're gonna do everyone go ahead and roll into initiative. Basically, you guys, everyone who, and I gave you guys a group stealth check this time, so it's all of you in this case. Will be able to go before these guys go.
I have a plan for what I'm going to do with SV, and I think it's a good idea.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
Is my turn tracker not going to fucking work again? God damn it.
I would like SV to delay until after Refine if possible.
Yeah. Hold on.
Cool.
There we go. Okay. Is this gonna fucking... Okay, hold on. There we go. Now it's fucking tracking correctly. Oh, it's going to the front, though? God damn it. Why is my script always fucked up with this? Alright, well, yo, it's your turn. It's fucking ridiculous. There we go.
I guess, Yo would just sort of, in like the communicator thing, just seem like, we'll just whisper very softly, like, alright, I'm gonna scout ahead. You know, just very slowly and stealthily move closer, trying to use the foliage as cover. And alright. Here. Alright. See if I can keep this up. Oof, 23.
Alright. Does not appear to notice you yet.
And then I guess to end my turn, I'll just sort of like here, then just sort of like motion with my 2 right hands for everyone else to start moving up.
Hell yeah. Alright. Going over to Scythe. The murderous SIO.
Yeah, I have a bit of a different approach here. Is this the button? Yes. Okay. Yeah, we're in triple attack, the right one.
The one on the right?
Yeah.
God damn. Okay. Let's see. We got a 23 to hit, and 29 and a 35, all against EAC. The 23, you see, boom, the first beam kind of like splits around its spikes as its head like whips up in surprise. The next two, wham, wham, with like unerring precision. Like all 3 bolts, same spot. First one weakens it. Next 2 punch straight through. I believe per Helion rifles, it is fire damage, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so let's see. What is there? What are they reducing this by? High damage roll on the first one. You see both shots strike home. But you do notice that these destructive bolts of energy of yours do seem a bit less effective than you would have expected.
Ooh, I do have penetrating attack to reduce the target's energy resistance and damage reduction by 5.
Ooh, okay. And then what? Oh, you stacked it with something else too, right? Or do you have to like choose to do that?
Yeah.
Or is that just passive?
I believe it's unstoppable strike. Your attacks with. I'm gonna click the button.
Go for it.
There we go. So basically, I have 2 instances that lower it by 5 each. So I ignore 10 effectively.
Okay. Yeah, you see that like this thing should be more resistant naturally than what it is. But with your incredible precision and high quality gear, you just still manage to burn through this thing's outer layer of fire resistance extremely effectively.
Cool. Also, I'm going to use Nimble Fusillade to move half my move speed after my full attack, which is 30 feet.
Oh, why is it linking? Okay. You go ahead and do that.
I'm gonna move like 20 feet instead of 30. I'll do like there.
Do you
I
think
might
it would
have just
be
put the ability in wrong, but
Oh no, you're fine. Actually, you're fine there.
it tells you everything you need to know. It's just like, hey, whenever I make a full attack, I can move half my speed.
Sorry, those 2 tokens were linked for some reason, so it was showing damage on both. I fixed it. Hell yeah, Nimble Fusillade, baby.
Yep.
You
And
bam,
that's all I got.
3 pew, 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 laser shots, rapid fire. You move so quick. It goes over to Rin. Okay, now the fucking trackers work. Perfect, I got it. We see this trench cloaked figure, multiple mirror images shifting back and forth. What do you do?
Shit. Gonna, as a move action, power my weapon. Repeated spells. Should be correct. This will have a -2 penalty because it's out of my normal range.
Okay. -2 on this roll then. And this is okay, it's piercing damage, KAC. You see this hand cannon barks, whack, echoes through the jungle. It does ping off of this thing's scaly hide.
Is that the misses?
Yes, doesn't do anything.
Alright.
It's more of like its armor blocked it than it actually missing, because these things are fucking big. Like, you definitely hit its body, just didn't penetrate that time.
Alright.
Shot.
Alright, full round action. What I'm going to do is, and you hear Shaw yell, "Grenade out!" And I'm going to cook the grenade, so as a full action, I will take the shot grenade I have and do my attack with it. It will be at a -2, because like my range increment now as a bombard is normally 50 feet, but I'm going to be chucking it further so I don't catch Scythe with it. So I still, basically, to hit the right square, I basically just have to not roll a 1.
Alright, go ahead and roll it.
Actually, I don't even need to take the penalties. So yeah, not a problem at all.
Press the grenade's trigger, toss it through the air, arcing over Scythe's head. Will hit.
And it is and then because I'm using cooked grenade, is a DC 27 reflex save.
God damn. My monsters hate to see it. Alright. Whew, they fucking loved that though. They are both going to pass for half damage. You also see that this is electricity damage. It seems to be farther reduced after that.
So I do also have the unstoppable strike.
Okay, by
so
how much?
Ignore just 5. I would ignore 5 with electricity resistance.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that was a little less effective than I'd hoped. 12 damage, but oh well.
It was not ideal. You see kind of like shake their heads in annoyance. You see their tongues tasting the air. You see their eyes start glowing. But they did not spot you guys early enough, so they are not going in the surprise round. Goes over to Refine.
All right. Refine is actually going to make an attack.
Hold on, let me scroll down on the stream.
For
You're
once.
way far away. Hell yeah, what's Refine gonna do?
Just take a shot. Which one's more damaged?
The one on the right.
All right, just gonna take a shot with the borehole rift rifle at it,
Classic.
because that's a thing that Refine inherited, like all of Refine's weapons.
I believe the rift gun like opens a little portal and jumps the projectile there, if I recall. Is that what it does?
This is going to be a full attack. Of course.
Your attack roll.
Right, okay, so just to refresh everyone's memory what this fucking gun is that Refine inherited. It doesn't fire projectiles. Like dozens of sigil-covered ceramic coils like wrap the barrel. And then it like, as it charges up, there's like a small localized teleportation field. And that's supposed to like rip apart cells and stuff in the enemy target. I think that's such a crazy gun to describe and miss.
Okay,
with.
wait. One sec. Those rolls are wrong. They're still super low, but the rolls are wrong, I think.
How? Okay, what are we talking about here then?
Because I should have proficiency on this because I have specialization in sniper weapons.
Okay.
But for some reason it's not giving me proficiency. What's the proficiency bonus to hitting?
I have to check.
Again, it's still gonna miss.
It's definitely still gonna miss.
But like I'm fully aware of that. I just wanna
let me
figure out why this isn't working correctly.
All right, proficiency levels. No, not definition. Starfinder.
Okay, wait a minute. I think I figured it out. Let me try this again.
If you have weapon focus, it should be a +1 or a +2.
No, it's still just giving me basic attack bonus plus my ability score plus the d20.
You're talking about weapon focus, right?
Proficiency just means you don't take a penalty. I don't think it gives you a bonus.
Oh, okay. That's fine then.
Yes, I believe that is
You-
correct.
Proficiency to the damage with specialization, but you don't add anything to the attack roll
Okay.
unless you have weapon focus.
That's fine.
Well, these, I guess, localized rifts, you do not calibrate them correctly. So they fail to hurt
No,
this
no,
creature.
I have specifically taken a feat to give me. Whatever, doesn't matter.
All right, and then you made SB go after you, SB.
Yes. Espy is going to walk up a little bit. And I believe that's the range Espy needs. Nope, Espy can go one further back. And is going to toss one of Espy's grenades.
Let's go.
This is going to be a steam cloud grenade.
Well, luckily for you, the jungle's
I'm
already
going to toss
steamy.
it right there.
All right. What the fuck is this gonna? What is this doing?
Well, it's going to need them to make a reflex save, which has, the terrible SPDC, which is not super relevant. What is relevant is it's going to provide concealment for that 20-foot radius, which means they will not be able to see us.
All right, hold on
Do
now.
you see them?
But if they do somehow fail their save, they will take
They didn't fail.
4d8 fire damage.
probably
That should be a
off of
20-foot radius from that square. I believe is the one that centers so that it hits all of the.
Yeah, I mean, I'll do
That's
the
fine.
I'll do the
Yeah.
grid version. It'll be easier. The circle just looked aesthetic.
Yeah. But the goal is to get both of them in and to not get sight. Exactly.
Yeah, they're still like partially out, so I think there's still stuff for you guys to shoot.
But the goal is to give us concealment from them so that they, supposedly they need to see us.
Are they getting concealment from us?
I'd say they're getting like a little bit of a miss chance here. And pull up concealment rules for Starfinder specifically. But it is going to go back to Yo.
Alright.
And honestly, if it's easier, SB could have just fully delayed until after Shaw in the next round. But
it'll be a % mischance for you guys, basically, is what it amounts to.
then is it okay if SB just fully delays until after Shaw in the next round so SB doesn't get a
Or you could do
run in the surprise round?
Up to you guys. I mean, you can do that and not toss the grenade if you want.
That way
Okay.
they get another round before the grenade goes out. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
fine with that.
Okay, let me just drag it off to the side for now. Alright. So you're going directly after Shaw then, now.
So, right. Yep, before the plasmalisks.
Okay.
Exactly.
Still back to Yo then.
Alright. Here. Alright. I think I'll go ahead and let's see here. Stay where I am for the moment. And let's see here. Yep, I'll go ahead and just for now, and I'll go ahead and take an attack action against this one. I'll go ahead take a shot with my let's see here, skip shot pistol.
This is on the close one.
Correct.
Alright. I feel like Yo is definitely a fire from the waist type of person. You are hidden from them, which would make this flat-footed. That be was you at 27. Even flat-footed, your shot pings off of its scales.
All right. Then let's see here. All right. Now, somewhat worried that after that I might have attracted its attention.
Oh, it's definitely looking into like the jungle foliage over here. It's like,
all right. Yep. You know what? Let's see here. I will go ahead and, as my move action, go ahead and use not in the face.
save. Will save. That's so funny. Okay, hold on.
So I guess the idea is like, Yo takes the shot. It's just like easy.
Do you want to spend a resolve point on it?
Because
Because
I will.
it gets no save then.
Right.
It's fucking baffled by this interaction out in the jungle at the moment. You see, it's like.
All right, that's my attack and my move, so that's all for me.
That's like such a funny ability. Scythe.
Well, that's the thing. I have to get used to being an envoy now. It's like all like the little buffs and debuffs.
It's a lot of little like tricksy stuff happening.
So, question. As like a free action, like while during my turn, can I just like emit loud binary sounds?
Sure.
Okay.
Screeching static of binary happens.
Yeah, I just want to try to attract as much attention as possible.
You see they kind of like
Alright,
shake their heads in annoyance.
Yeah, we're gonna triple attack the right one again. I like what I'm seeing.
hit, miss on its EAC.
Okay.
Another 2 things
not
punch
bad.
through. You reduce it by 10, their energy resistance. Ooh,
Yes.
we're doing math on the fly here. Okay. And then by another. The one on the right is looking bloodied before they even had a chance to do anything, as just heavy laser fire is just slamming into its flank.
I'm also going to use the nimble fusillade again to back up about 10 feet because people are throwing grenades and I don't want to be in that.
Probably wise.
Alright, that's it. That's my turn.
You back up after multiple heavy laser shots going in. We're gonna toss it over to Rin at the back here.
All right. Move action and power the weapon with a 3rd level slot.
Swirling magic surrounds your weapon.
And I'm gonna do a explosive blast for this shot.
Ooh, fancy.
Oh my god.
All right. That does indeed hit its KAC, and you kind of like sighting in. You see like arcane circles of runes spiral in front of the barrel as the hand cannon just bam accelerated to incredible speeds. You see the thing stagger onto its side, almost falling over as it takes the damage. The one on the right looks extremely injured now.
Plus 54? That's so much.
Lunacy.
Absolutely foul.
All right, Shaw.
I will take a 5-foot step to move alongside Scythe. Now that I've tossed the grenade, swift action, I will be holding the Dashko in both hands. And then over the right shoulder, over his left shoulder, the artillery laser flips up over and takes aim. I'll start with the wounded Plasmalisk. If I kill it, then I will move my fire to the uninjured one.
All right. Laying down a hail of fire starting right to left. Go ahead and make those shots.
Full attack. Oh, only 1 hit.
It is just the 1 hit. Fire damage.
You ignore 5
of it. It is still alive.
That was a terrible roll on the damage.
This thing's looking close to death's door now, though. SP.
SP is just going to put out the grenade again, so it's going to be...
There.
They're probably both going to pass, so it's going to be 4d8 halved fire damage. So it's going to be 11 fire damage.
They both have it, and then with their resistance, it seems to just wash over them to no effect.
Yeah, I figured. And then that area is concealment for 1 round.
Gotcha. All right. It is over to the Plasmalisks. Definitely angered now. What are they gonna do?
On the bright side, they probably can't see us as easily.
You guys do see the one on the right seems to fucking crackle with energy and begins to blur forward. It seems as though the amount of energy it absorbed from your guys' fire attacks, it is now exponentially faster.
Cool. Sounds lovely.
So what is it gonna do here? This one is... let's see. All right. It is going to rush forward. Its base speed increased. It's just going to run around you guys to here. it is going to... What's it gonna do, y'all? Alright. The first thing it's going to do is it's going to look at Shaw with glowing eyes. And Shaw, I need you to make a... a fortitude save as it looks at you. Alright, your blood does not begin to ionize.
Appreciate that.
It is then going to attack with its huge maw. It's going to try and bite Rin. Rin, it is... it's like 43 to hit, but how many doubles do you have up?
4.
Alright, so we're rolling a d5 here. On a 1, this is Rin. Anything else is a double. Big money. You see those jaws snap shut just to your right, and you realize how much that would do. The other one is going to move forward next to Yo. It is going to look at... I think it could sense what has blood and what doesn't. It's going to look at Yo. Yo, give me a fortitude save.
Right. Fortitude. Yep, here we go.
Ooh, that's a pass.
30-20.
That's a pass, just barely here. Your blood also does not begin to ionize. It is then going to turn its head towards Shaw. Fortunately, Refine did discover these things have breath weapons. Refine didn't discover they have multiple modes of their breath weapon. You see its jaws open, and a, sphere of burning plasma arcs out like a mortar and is going to slam into where Shaw is standing. I'm going to need a reflex save from Scythe, Shaw, and SP. Okay, we got 22, 22, and then 1 for Scythe.
Yes, sorry. I was figuring out what the reflex button was.
No, you're fine. Okay. The Scythe, you dive for cover and go right past this. Shaw and Espy are gonna fail. Shaw and Espy are gonna take 15 points of fire damage and 16 points of electricity damage.
My
Okay.
resistance is so how much fire damage?
15 fire, 16 electric.
All right. So after that, I'm sorry, Ben. Because of my resistances, I take a single point of fire damage and 6 electric.
You see it cocks its head in confusion. That is their turn. Refine, and then I think after Refine's turn, we'll take a quick bathroom break.
Alright.
Pause before we continue.
Instead of making a full attack, I'm just going to make one attack.
One shot, one opportunity.
Well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my move action to... oh, no, that would be a standard action. Never mind. All right, let's think here. I'm just going to take a single overcharge shot.
Let's go.
At the one that's almost dead. Yeah.
The one that is almost dead. You got it.
Wonderful. Haven't rolled above a
Jesus
10 on
Christ.
attacks.
For what it's worth, I think
Standard
the dwarf will...
refined behavior.
That is fucking canonical behind refined behavior. I said behind behavior. Jesus Christ, refined behavior. You see the gun,
kills the dragon.
the rift rifle. Just you can't find a way to get through the scales. It's not calibrated correctly.
For what it's worth, I think that rifle targets EAC, not KAC, but
the boar rifle.
Still...
Let me see.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty
it
sure.
does.
I think that's one of its things.
It's an energy weapon.
Oh, because it has the force property.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
It should, and that's still not going to do it, unfortunately.
Yeah, I figured.
All right, let's take a quick break here. No, hey, worth mentioning. We'll be back in a All right, I'm gonna push us live.
Actually foul.
Your faith in us is astounding.
I'm
Ben.
calling my shot. Next one, Refine's next shot is now one.
I'd buy it.
Anyway, yo, back to the top of the order. We got one that is barely alive over by Rin, but it is moving fast as fuck. And then the one in front of you that came over after you shot it.
Yes.
Oh, by the way,
All right.
if either of the soldiers want to delay until after Espy's gonna be able to buff you guys. Anyway.
All right. So let's see here. All right. So Yo's gonna start by attempting to doing a move. Does provoke attack of opportunity, but I do have mobility.
What is that? An extra
Make sure to
40 AC or something?
I'll go ahead and pop it up real quick, but yes.
I knew it. I remembered. Okay, let's go with the bite. All right. Does a 36 hit your KAC?
6. Ooh, yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna give that a 6 with my.
That would do it. Because all right, here.
That'll.
The KAC is normally 30. Was the 34? But that definitely bumps it over.
So wait. So you're currently 34, and I was doing 36.
Well, no, she's making the attack roll a 6 using her.
Yeah, making the
Okay.
attack roll.
Making
a
the
6
attack
using...
roll a 6, I will get a 34.
Ugh.
It's just hits it.
Well, I tried.
Unfortunate.
It's all right. Appreciate it.
It was extremely close. All right. So first is the fucking crushing power of its jaws, plus the plasma damage. Do you have any energy resistances? Because if no energy resistances, then you take 56 damage as this thing's furnace of a mouth clamps around you. Anything else after you move back?
All right.
Remember, it does come
let's
out
see
of
here.
your stamina first. I don't know if that's what your green
Oh, right.
bar is.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. I once again keep forgetting we're playing a different game now.
You're good. Stamina is such a huge part. we gotta go to stamina first.
Let me just pop that in real quick. It's 91. So just remind me real quick. Does that mean that it stopped my movement?
No. It doesn't have
Alright,
like
so
it's not like
here.
Sentinel style
Alright.
stuff.
All right. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I guess I just imagine like everyone just sort of sees like the foliage like ruffling and like it's just doing like this like anime run, all four of their arms pumping and just being like, I got one behind me. And then since I have both my weapons drawn, and this time hoping this one will do better, I'll go ahead and use my digitizer pistol against the injured one.
All right. You draw.
Alright.
You have the digitizer pistol. You level it at the creature.
All right, so this will be against EAC.
It's unfortunately still not going to do it. Boom.
All right, that's my turn.
What are these pistols doing? How do I flavor this? What a weird thing to include. Just that it says that they specifically this type of gun usually announces out loud if your battery is below 20% capacity. Like low ammo, low ammo.
The great thing to announce in a firefight.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I think if you
That's so
you
funny.
refine the option, they might try and hack your gun so it announces that it's on low ammo at like 80% ammo.
That's pretty. That's a
Like-
great
like-
bit.
Or just like a prank where you're trying to be sneaky and like if you make a cursed one that inevitably yells low ammo at the worst opportune moment when you're trying to be stealthy.
Jesus. But the sonic damage ripples off of the creature. And is going to go to the next in the order. Is going to go to Scythe.
Apparently SB is buffing me, so I'm waiting until after SB.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna scroll
Yeah, that's
back.
what you said, right, Nix?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Delaying
Okay,
until after that.
Finally, time to take advantage of that old dragon AI.
Yeah, baby.
I will wait until after Scythe.
Okay. Let's go back down. All right, Shaw.
Alright, with that in mind, I will hold this position then. And honestly, next verse, same as the first. Artillery laser swings over, and I'll take my shots at the first of the injured plasmalisk. Anything, if it dies, go back to the main one.
Hell yeah. Artillery
the
laser warming up. Big, enormous blast of energy.
Ooh.
All right. 33 minus. First one. Boom. Blood, bone, leaking plasma gas bursts out the side of the creature as you punch a hole through it. Its body slams to the ground. The next two shots both impact the other one, reducing by 5. All right. 2 more shots. Wham, wham. This thing is definitely sustaining damage. You do see once again it seems to be absorbing that fire energy and seems to start flickering faster and faster.
Now they like the heat. Let's try and kill it quick before they can make use of it.
Now it is SB as the internal workings of the implanted artificial dragon AI begin to whir.
And SB is going to Miracle Worker Scythe for attacks. So that is going to be +2 to all attacks and damage for the next minute for Scythe.
I like this. This is good.
Oh no.
And that is SB's turn.
So, Ben, I've realized something.
Yes.
There's an ability I forgot about.
Fuck. What's up?
Whenever I'm triple attack someone, the first target I hit in the round takes 2d6 additional damage each shot.
When you focus fire each attack against the first target. Okay.
I just didn't know how to put that in because it's specifically the first target, and I might change target in a multi-attack.
Yeah, that's hard
so I
to...
just have to remember that.
Yeah.
And I just forgot about that. So that's not great. But that's fine. I'm just going to triple attack and remember it exists now.
Hell yeah. You souped up by the administrations of SB, ready to shoot at the Plasmalisk. Hit, miss. You ignore a big old chunk of the damage here.
Okay, so yeah, the first 2 shots hit. I didn't put in the extra 2 damage from SB. I'm not sure how to do that.
Is it
But it didn't have
extra
much damage.
extra 2 per shot? Is that what it is, SB?
Yeah. Miracle Worker gives an extra 2 per shot.
Whoops, I did the wrong math there.
Yeah, then 17 from focused fire.
Only the second shot hit, though. Wouldn't it just be 2d6?
No, the first shot.
Oh,
hit
is it
as
only
well.
the second?
No, the first 2 hit.
Oh, okay.
30 hit.
Yeah.
Oh, you just... gotcha. My bad. Oh, so the first one also gets it. I thought the first one...
Yeah.
My bad. I misunderstood.
I think it's about the target, not the shots.
A total of 77 before resistances.
Look, you guys are powerful now. We're seeing that firsthand.
Yeah. I'm not complaining.
Rin, over to you. Dead Plasmalisk fucking literally smoking next to you on the ground.
You know, this is the first fight. So, I'm just gonna add something real quick.
This man's about to show off, about to dunk on us. Dunk on my beasts.
That's what I tested out before I used the macro. Alright, cool. That'll work. Alright. Move action, powered weapon level 5. And I'm gonna do a heat leech using my... Where the fuck is it? My elemental gimmick. Oh, wait, shit, I have to I'll have to check that real quick.
So many abilities.
I think I have the expert elemental gimmick. Okay, so I can't use it on this one.
Can't wait for this to miss after the warm up.
I'll still do an empowered weapon level 5, but it'll just be an overheat.
Okay. Go ahead and make that hit roll, baby.
By the way, I'm shooting fireballs.
Okay, so is it doing fire damage or what?
A large chunk of it is fire.
I mean, I guess as long as it's a large chunk, I don't really need to know how much. I'm gonna subtract his resistance from it.
Yeah.
Still a massive chunk. If you think blows past bloodied.
Oh, wait, I think he might get. I might have to rethink the way I do the macros for this, because I think he gets the save against the explosive blast.
What, a reflex save?
Should have thought about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me see. Ooh, that was not a very good roll. 24. Does that pass? I feel like that probably fails for your guys' level.
Probably. I think it's a weird thing with like spellcasting DCs where it changes depending on which level of spell I use. So I have base spell DC of 10 plus 6 and plus 2 spell focus, 18 plus 3rd level.
Good lord.
So 21.
21? Okay, so that feels like it should be higher than 21.
Spell Starfinder.
I mean, like, even like
It's like putting in the weapon
DC
into the weapon is what's tripping me up here.
a flat plus 92 is kind of crazy on the damage thing. I don't know. I'm curious how this all works because I like this is a mystery to me.
I need to read
okay,
through
so-
it better. Okay, so DC is 10 plus level of spell plus key ability modifier. Or no, for most class features. Okay, 10 plus half your class level plus your key ability modifier. Why is it? Oh no, that's just in general. Okay, so yeah, it is. Okay, so it is just 10 plus level plus 5 from the spell. And what's your modifier?
I've got a plus 6 from int. I've got plus 2 from spell focus.
So 22 or 21. So 23. So 24 will pass.
Right.
So I'll add.
So do you want me to just redo the damage and just manually just roll the spell damage separate from the weapon damage?
Sure. That'll be easier.
Alright.
Let me add back the damage I took.
Okay, this is just the straight weapon damage. 30.
Okay, 30. And that's just piercing,
And
right? So
then-
no resistances.
I just
Brings it just
check
below bloodied.
Overheat again. Yeah. 3rd level. Explosive blast. Is so 96 fire becomes 5d6 plus 6, 12, 18, 24 plus 14 is 38 plus 5d6 extra from empowered. I'm missing anything? That wasn't a roll.
That was just the numbers.
5d6 plus 38 plus 56. Or 5d6.
5d6.
75.
There we go. And that's all fire.
Yeah.
Okay, so it passed the 70. So it halves this. And then reduces it as well. Okay. It's not as much as it was, but it does still bring it down below bloodied. And you see it kind of like inhales, your bullet like slams into it, fire goes everywhere, and like sucks the flames into its jaws. That is going to be the Plasmalisk. That is going to be enough damage that it doesn't need to recharge its ability. It is auto-recharged. It is also fast as fuck. And still wants to go after Yo.
It's just truly unfortunate that we all use either fire or electricity.
It's rough.
Yeah, I might need to find.
I
a
don't.
weapon or something.
I don't.
Look, you guys can diversify your weapon portfolios. It's gonna just like
Do you want to?
to be. It has like
Do you wanna
40
see what
more
I-
move speed, but it just goes straight to Yo. It does, however, it's going to look at Rin this time. Are you giving me a Fortitude save? That is a pass. No ionizing blood for you.
Do you want to see what I was trying to do?
Yes.
Okay, so I need a different item for this because it caps out at 4th level spells my gimmick. But it would have done.
Oh, my neck. Would have done nothing, baby. Now what?
Would have done that.
Okay. Pretty insane. It is going to lean forward to bite Yo. It is moving so fucking fast now. Yo cannot avoid it, and it is going to slam into you with a crit. This is gonna be... Yo is going to take 92 damage, which is going to blow through their remaining stamina and into their health.
I feel like Yo's paying for my hubris.
A little bit.
Thanks, Yo.
Hit 35. So, take 57 off your main health. Quick maths. You see this thing growling, sparks trailing from its tongue, as Yo looks badly injured. Alright, here comes the nat 1 I predicted. Go ahead, Refine.
Alright, well, first things first, I'm going to give myself a use of Miracle Worker on my weapons.
Okay. Fair enough.
So that's my last Miracle Worker use for the day. But that's going to be a 30 with Miracle Worker.
Shucks, I was wrong. Alright, that does hit, as this time the rift does manage to open. You see one of
very
its...
low damage.
Like, the joint of one of its 6 or 8 legs, like, explodes where it connects to the body as it loses a limb and it roars. What was that about the damage, sorry?
very, very low damage, but that's fine.
This
Oh,
thing is
got it.
looking fucked up.
And that's Refine's turn.
Yo.
Okay. Let's see here. Given my current health state, I do not like the idea of attempting to move away from this thing.
You could also guarded
Uh,
step if you need to.
You know what? Yeah, sure. I'll go ahead and do that. So I'll take a guard step here. Doop. All right. All right. Then I will go ahead and yeah, let's go ahead and try the digitizer pistol again.
All right. Still 29. It does hit EAC, and it is not able to eat up that sonic damage. Just see, like vibrates and like shakes its head in anger. Flecks of like blue superheated blood splattering onto the ground.
All right. And I guess now, like here, that it is a swift action.
Oh,
So
okay,
once again, I'll go ahead and re-up, not the face, but I'll just I will not be spending a resolve point this time.
Hell
Because I
yeah.
figure thing's almost dead, but re-up it just in case.
Shaw. Got
I
a
will
very injured
take
Plasmalisk.
All right. I'll take a 5-foot guarded step to put myself between Yo and the Plasmalith. And then, it's been a minute since I've gotten to say this. Full attack, Storm Dash go.
You see his Storm Dash go purple energy igniting out of the end.
Disastrous rolls.
Very disastrous. The middle one will hit EAC.
So I still, which is still a Wow, that was.
That does reduce its
100
resistance a little bit because you're -5,
Def-
but
Mhm.
it is still barely alive after that, as you just
That
hack
is-
off another limb.
And I'll hold this position.
All right.
Make sure it can't get the Yo.
Hell yeah. Yo, you see Shaw slam into this thing from the side, blocking its path to you, SB.
Nix, I think you're muted.
Yeah, if you're saying anything, can hear. That is going.
It misses.
It does indeed miss.
Yeah.
Good lord.
And I think that is. Oh, and then SB's just gonna move away. Yeah. Right.
All right. SB burst of sonic energy. Quiet. Sorry, that's the whisper pistol. So just like, phew. But it goes over to Scythe.
Okay, so Miracle Worker is still going on this turn, correct?
Oh yeah. For
And on
sure.
top of that, now that I'm locked in melee with this thing, you get an additional +1 for my what's it called? Feat.
Hell yeah.
Fantastic. Well, I'm gonna do the one thing my character does and triple attack it with some truly horrendous rolls.
Is that including any of the additional stuff?
No. So it'd be 24, 24, 28.
24, 24, 28. The final one just barely hits and manages to finish this thing off as another spurt of plasma energized blood into the sky. It drops, and we are out of combat.
Hooray.
Now we can do easy XP again.
Thanks for stepping in there, Captain.
Pleasure. Hold still. And then if you got a potion or something,
What level are you guys getting now?
Yeah.
14?
14, yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Wait! Before you waste stuff.
Oh,
Oh, hold up. Let him cook.
I'm gonna walk over to Yo. I'm just gonna pull out some technology. I'm going to cast an instant upgrade, and I'm going to give you... The fuck are they? Biosynthetic nanites level... What's the max I can do? Level 3. So the max one.
Just swarm of nanites goes into Yo as they recover. How much is biosynthetic nanites? I don't remember that.
It's 68, I believe.
That sounds
Yeah, you can
correct.
treat wounds for 68, and I think you can get fast healing for 6.
If you take if they take a full round action, they can. So like you can spend a resolve point as a swift action to heal the 68 as if it was a serum, and then if you take a full round action, you gain fast healing.
6.
6. Okay, that's for the max level one.
All right.
So it's either 68 or 60.
60 is the better value,
Yeah.
just on average. So Yo recovers 60, which does max out their health, I believe. And remember, you guys can spend a resolve point in 10 minutes to recover everyone's stamina. Just a reminder of how the stamina system works.
I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think SB and Yo were the only ones who took any. I took a little bit, but I think that was kind of. Rin didn't take anything, right? Because your mirror image.
SB doesn't have stamina anyway.
Uh,
Oh, right.
Or wait, yeah, SB doesn't have stamina anyway.
I don't think they do. The drones don't.
They do not.
Most
Um,
most things that aren't PCs don't have stamina. It's just a health pool.
However, the SB health pool is not working correctly, which is kind of weird.
That's how I get you.
But I will worry about that later. SB is not at 19 health. SB is at 109 health.
No, I mean, look. Do we want to take? I think if we want to take 10 minutes, we need to collect proof of the kill, anyways. Do we need to just take heads?
Declaration. I think that is a fine idea.
Well, I always find it helps to go over, a mission and figure out. And I guess since we're here, I go ahead and bop this. So everyone, let's go ahead and discuss. What did we learn from this
Good
experience?
Each affected ally learns a one-time lesson. That's so good. Okay, so everyone gets to... For the next 8 hours, you have to choose right now, but you could add +2 to either an attack roll, a saving throw, or skill check.
I think for Refine, it has to be attack roll, even though mechanically I should absolutely show a skill check.
Yeah. That's what Refine's trying to learn. Like, how do I make this a better shot?
Straw will take a skill check, I think.
I think the lesson Refine learned was don't miss.
Solid lesson.
Just hasn't worked so far.
I think Scythe is going to take a skill check and it has to do it in their stealth check.
Ooh, okay, big.
Refine is going to have
love a good
SB
thematic
come
choice.
back in as a tattoo. So. Yeah.
By the way, essentially with instant upgrade, I can give anyone I touch a cybernetic for in a matter of time.
That's pretty cool.
And one of the things I can choose is biosynthetic nanites.
You do
Biosynthetic
have
is
to be
so
very...
good.
It is. You do have to be careful, though, about what systems people are currently using.
Do you have a what is it? A skin upgrade?
Not yet.
Not
But
yet.
currently I have 2 back upgrades: lungs, throat, eyes, heart. Yeah. Those are the ones that Refine currently has.
Shaw, do you have any? Do you have a skin implant?
I don't believe so. That's heart. That's nervous system.
Well, I'm not necessarily saying like in this particular instance. I'm saying, you know,
Yeah. I do not.
I can give you dermal plating 5
Ooh.
for a fight.
Cool. All right.
It,
Sure.
essentially, I give you a cybernetic worth 100k for like
Yeah, that is pretty insane.
for 10 minutes per level, so 140 minutes.
Enough for a trek back to town, I would hope.
So
Yeah.
like 2 and a third hours. Pretty good.
okay.
I will say, as you guys are resting here, once you're done, if you want to examine either the plasmalisks or this area where they had kind of settled down for now, you could make life science checks on the plasmalisks or perception or survival checks on the environment. Okay.
What's Refine gonna do?
33 on life science. About average.
It's sort of 6 and 1/2 and a dozen for me because it's the same value. You guys want me to roll a perception or a life science?
We've gotten 2 pretty good perception rolls already. Maybe a second life science when we can find something extra that way. All right.
Okay. Not bad.
Shit, hold on. I was trying to add the song that I wanted and it didn't add. Why not? There we go. Oh, I turned it on, immediately turned it off by accident. What a fool I am. Alright. Let's go through these checks. Okay. We'll get to the nat 20. Let's start with the perception checks. Shaw and Scythe. You guys are gonna see there's a lot of like burnt up plant matter, maybe stuff that they like exploded with their vision. It looks like the one over here in the bushes. You see that it was feasting on a kill, something it hunted. There's not a lot left, especially with their like plasmic jaws. But you see scraps of meat and fur buried amongst the scorched branches. Would have been hard to see otherwise. You'd be able to make a life science check on that in a second. Ooh, interesting. Well, let me see. Let me read. I might add some more flavor for the ocular implant.
You know, I accidentally clicked it, but it might actually be relevant here.
Most of like the thermal part of that sense is pretty washed out by the heat of these guys.
Right.
I will say on the rest of the wide spectrum stuff that you're seeing, you see the remains of what looks like blood droplets heading off this direction. More drag marks. Looks like maybe whatever this thing was eating was dragged from over this direction, which you see on those implants.
Good info.
On the life science. Oh, the nat 20 is so crazy. Okay. On the life science, you notice two things. Both of these creatures had since healed, but they had both suffered some sort of gunshot wound, a small gunshot wound, before you guys engaged. None of your weapons would have caused this.
I'm thinking that I have a theory. Does anyone else have a theory?
Thinking
On-
somebody
I have
invoked these
theories.
things.
On a nat 20, Rin, you're examining giving the corpses a once over. You gotta kind of stay back a little bit because they are still emitting a lot of heat from the plasma. You see that these things do also eat some rock and minerals to get like slag in their bellies. So sometimes you can catch a glimpse of metal in their mouth. You notice something that does not appear to be part of their natural anatomy. Rin sees a small, now melted because of all the blood, bit of metal near the back of its head. Appears to be one on both of them.
Of what?
Some kind of melted bit of scrap metal that's on the back of their heads. Not exactly in the same place on each one, but noticeably it is on its head area. And he was able to pick that out on a nat 20. They already had slag scrap metal in them. Rin looks at that and is like, that wasn't part of their natural diet or slag. That's not natural.
My theory so far is that I think it was said that there was other crews that came here.
At least one that you know of.
Yeah.
And no one's seen them since?
No, they came back. They brought all the stuff. That's how she
did?
knew about this place to send you guys here.
I thought she had said that a lot of them didn't come back.
But I thought that was attributed more to the drift travel.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She had sent out lots of crews. Drift travel was kind of the issue there. Basically, maybe I might have phrased it badly at episode 1, to be fair. The intended information is that she sends out lots of exploratory trading crews, both in the vast and just in packed world space to make new business opportunities.
Sure.
Some of them lately have had trouble coming back because of the drift. This one was like, oh shit, we sent a vessel out into the vast and it fucking came back with a bunch of riches. Fucking huge dub.
Makes sense.
I'm still thinking foul play. I think.
So I'm
Yes.
also thinking foul
Agree.
play.
They sent a group out here to take care of these things and kind of just hope that these things would just take care of them.
Hey, Rian, check this out, and I'll show him and refine. You both have the life sciences. I'll point them to the whatever they were eating. This just a normal critter from around here, you think, or is this a person?
Probably a person. Can I use my arcane lenses to follow that blood trail?
Yes. Refine.
Terrible on my life sciences check.
So you're looking at
Truly
the
abysmal.
kind of scrap, burnt up meat and stuff over here that they found, and fur.
Yeah.
Pretty not great roll. I also think you will be able to use those if you can pop what those lenses do in a chat. Yes.
I was just gonna say, do you want me to roll one for a life science refine?
Yeah, I'd appreciate
You can,
it.
yeah. Might give more information. Let's see it.
Seeing as I can't roll well today.
Ooh, interesting. Rolls. This, you would hesitate to say that this is the remains of a Yosoki. That being said, Yosoki is an umbrella term for a lot of different types of like rodent folk around the galaxy. Whatever this was had a similar bone structure and like furred body. Probably about like not as tall as you, but like as tall as small humanoids.
That chunk of metal on the back of its head, does it kind of look like a melted knife?
I'd say, you know, kind of rare check for the area rings. You keep doing a lot of life science stuff. I think that'd be an engineering check.
I think that's a refine check.
It's gonna be a pretty hard check, refine. You can try it.
48.
Hell yeah. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, that works. I was thinking DC 45. Refine. This stuff's pretty scrapped and is admittedly still melting a little bit from the ambient, you know, leftover body heat. It's not just metal. You see the barest scrap of circuitry in the metal.
Okay.
You know, doesn't normally grow. It's outside.
Then so what are your the arcane goggles or whatever? What do they do?
Arcane lenses, they let me just cast Arcane Eye at will.
Okay. I think with Scythe kind of pointing it out to you and working in tandem with the Arcane Eye and the Wide Spectrum Implant, you follow kind of into the jungle over in this direction. It's pretty heavily burned and trampled around here, presumably by
I
the
imagine
creatures.
we will grab the heads before we go, right?
Yeah, we need to confirm proof of the kill.
Yeah.
I'd say someone give me a survival check to look at some actual clean, hard to clean, cut off the head of a giant beast.
How's your survival there, Shaw?
+8. It's not
+8?
terrible.
Okay.
It's not fantastic.
I got a 20.
Good lord, 32.
That works too.
Goddamn. Scythe, yeah, you just with almost a little bit of alarming precision violence, like, all right, got him.
I do have a good dagger.
No. This is not his first confirmed kill.
It won't be the last.
All right. With that in mind, yeah, you follow the blood trail to this kind of like trampled over, scorched up part of the jungle. Anyone could make a perception or a survival check.
That ain't it.
That ain't it, Scythe. Okay, ooh. Alright. Now I need... Give me one sec. Alright. Beating my opposed roll by 1. So roll to 33. Refine, you see evidence that this whatever rodent-esque furred alien was dragged over here and eaten. It was dragged from a campsite that has been, to your eye, very purposefully and practicedly hidden.
So I don't think it was the creature that did this.
No, you think the creature fucking came over here and dragged this thing away?
No, that's what I mean. But I don't think the creature's the one that ate it.
No, you would.
Sorry, cleaned the campsite.
You're what you are seeing is that there was a campsite here. This creature attacked.
Yes.
It was this person
Right.
or creature, hard to say if it was even intelligent, was dragged away. And then, like, maybe not. It might have already happened before that. Whatever set up camp here did so in an incredibly, like, scrubbed way.
Okay.
Like, this is just, like, you think on a 34, probably multiple people or something were here and made a big effort to not let on that they'd been here. Like, to the
Okay.
point where, like, maybe if this attack hadn't happened, no one probably would have noticed.
Ah, okay. Interesting. Very, very interesting.
I will say it is starting to get closer to, like 7 or 8 in the evening. It took you guys a little bit to get out here.
Let's check the campsite, and I think I'd rather get back to town before nighttime falls. Being a jungle at night on a strange planet is not necessarily conducive to continued health and
I
well-being.
agree. Doesn't help that there's something intelligent seeming hiding out here.
Something's hunting out there, and I don't think it's
Weird.
plasmalisks.
I would agree with that.
How far away are we from the settlement?
Ooh, I would say probably like
From our
3-hour hike.
Okay.
Like you'll be getting back like between 10 and 11 at night.
I think we need to head back. When we're like maybe half an hour out from the settlement, I'm gonna cast an instant upgrade on Shaw.
Okay, what are you adding?
Dermal plating,
Dermal
Mark
plating.
5.
Yeah. Before we head back, let's take 10 minutes, I think, and go check out this camp real quick.
Well, I think the camp is where we
It's-
found the bodies.
That it's pretty. First of all, the only body you found was the one that these monsters were eating.
Sorry, I meant the one where we tracked the blood trail from.
Yes, and the camp, Shaw, is like it's not like there's a camp left over there. Like
I misunderstood. Never mind.
Refine has seen evidence that some ones were camping here in such a way they were trying to hide it. Like, this isn't like a jaunt from the locals going out to like camp in the jungle. This is like someone needs to not be found.
Understood. All manner of bandits and stowaways out here, but let's see if they've had any other strange problems. Let's get back to town.
All right, you guys get about half an hour out. You get the dermal plating upgrade. How are you entering town? Just kind of like swaggering in, or are you trying to like purposely go find? I don't think he ever really called himself the sheriff, but he is like the person running the town.
Quorum.
Yeah.
I think we ought to talk to him first. Oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna cast before we get into 10, I'm gonna cast a mirror image and a mind of 3.
The fuck is Mind of 3?
It lets me, if I fail like a wisdom save, I could just choose not to.
Insane. All right. You
no.
separate
I
yourself
could re-roll it.
into like body and mind, basically. Really sick. You guys exit the jungle. Fucking Scythe easily carrying 2 huge plasmalisk heads. I think you guys see at the edge of town, at the edge of a Karachi station is the name of the settlement. You see Corum is there, like, one hand on his hip, the other hand on the, like, pistol grip, kind of looking out into the jungle.
I'll have my handgun out as well.
He doesn't have it out, to be least. It's, like, holstered. He's just resting a hand on it.
Okay.
So he's not like, actively pointing it at you.
I'll call out. It's like, heads up, look at us. We're coming out.
Kind of peers the tree line, sees you all coming out. You see his eyes kind of change really quick. Is that you? The merchants?
Yes, it's us.
Can I ask what you're doing out in the jungles past Karachi Station?
Well, I'll motion Scythe come forward. We had we were doing business with some of the merchant folk you had here, and mentioned that perhaps with some additional goods to be traded if we did a little bit of hunting for some of the local beasts. So they asked us to bring in and confirm guild. And I'll give them the name of the merchant who referred to us.
Putain, these merchants. They shouldn't have done that. But I am, it's not to say I'm not appreciative of the service you are doing to our settlement. I had thought that perhaps talking with potential clients, allies perhaps, about two of our bio pieces who they were so interested in our incredible biocratic work. They knew two of them had run off into the jungle, burning and eating things. It might have soured our meeting a little bit. Yes?
Possibly. I think at the same time, Shaw chuckles. I mean, we've had no shortage of technological things cause issues as well. I'm not one to judge. Besides which, if I'm willing to cement a good relationship here, doing the job to help you all out, I'm okay with that too. Business is business. Doesn't bother me none. What interests us more is that I don't think this was accidental.
Well, I would also just like to say, personally, and now I may be weird, I find it much easier to take interest in your technologies and your life forms that you all have created when there's honesty about their limitations. It is much harder to trade from my perspective when we do not know the potential risks we incur.
He seems a little chastised by that. Kind of nods and he's just like, I admit I'm not a great worker of the biocratic arts. I understand where you're coming from. Let's move inside into my building. It's one of the administration buildings over there. We could talk about this. Shaw?
That's correct.
Hold on. You said that this wasn't accidental?
We found incident that something provoked them. These things had already been attacked, and as we can tell, possibly hit with some kind of technological device. There was also a campsite out there.
Let's go to the office. You see it, you can see his jaw is working as he clenches his teeth. You see he glances around and he's like, follow me.
I do a sense motive check.
Yeah. I mean, hard to say why, but on a 20, you're he's basically just shut the fuck up. We'll talk inside. Not with that intonation, but he wants you guys to stop talking.
I'll just nod and follow him.
You see he brings you guys in this office. Honestly, wouldn't look super out of place. You guys have been to colony worlds that various, either companies have started up or religious places have started up. A lot of them have the same kind of prefab vibe. You're in, a concrete room, essentially, with a desk that's been roughly carved out of the local jungle trees. There are some odd touches here and there, like clearly like biotic, like the lamp seems to have some equivalent of fireflies in it. He has one of those. He has one of like the afish worms. This one seems to be much larger. It's like a computer monitor size on his desk, as well as just like regular paper that he's been writing on.
Sure.
You see, he has like an assistant with him. He's just like, Sherry, you could close the door, please. She's like, oh, yeah, of course.
Does he have one of the brain worms?
The Traducian Annelids? Yeah. He was the one that was wearing it and handed it to you guys in the first place.
All right.
He kind of like, there's honestly like not enough chairs in this room. Like a couple of you can sit, and he kind of gestures like the rest of you are gonna have to stand, and he sits behind the desk.
Refine will just have SB come out and just like take a light seat on SB.
Crazy. So he kind of like puts his palms just like flat on the desk, and he's like, "What did you find on them?" Spare no detail, no matter how small.
So, we found what appeared to be a small bullet wound in one of the creatures, and then, Refine, can you show them the item you found?
Well, yeah. I'll pull it out and just, like, even though it's mostly melted scrap at this point, I'll just, like, point to exactly where, like, the small bits of circuitry are.
He takes it, kind of peers over it.
I'm very well versed in the circuitry side of technology, and this is definitely that.
He kind of like runs it between his fingers, looks at both sides.
I didn't ask the question earlier because I did not want to put you in an uncomfortable position, but it was a question that was on my mind. Given all of these wonderful creatures that you have, are poachers a frequent problem within the biocracy?
It's been known to happen. Especially out here on our more frontier worlds.
Do you believe that's what this is?
Did you find anything else?
We found evidence of a well-hidden campsite. Practiced. A small, what we assume to be some sort of rodent-like creature seemed to have been consumed by these plasmalisk.
Were there... So you only found... You found one being consumed by the plasmalisks, no others?
I thought we saw.
Should we have found others?
You said you found the campsite. Was it large enough for one man, or...?
It was large enough for more.
We didn't check their intestines for anything.
They would have been burned into nothing anyway.
But certainly more could have been there given the campsite. It was not a campsite for one.
Can you describe what was left of the one that was there?
I'll give Rin the floor for that.
Description of Yusoki.
Or whatever it was. I would say just give me like a life science check. See how well you relate the details.
A 3.
Want to reroll?
Sure.
Oh, okay.
A 4.
Nice. Hell yeah. What a recovery.
Can I try a life science check for?
Sure, you can try to jump in and like describe what he's missing, basically.
5.
I like the progression.
Jesus fuck.
There's a language barrier. And to be fair, it's not like these are low overall. 27's not terrible.
It could be
Hopefully.
poachers. Well, doesn't seem. I can go out with some of my men later and examine the site. I appreciate what you did. I understand you had talked to a merchant earlier. You wanted some stuff with terraforming potential.
Yes, one of my employers is in that business and would have interest in new approaches and particularly of the biological nature. That's why we picked up one of the atmosphere spiders, the Auronian spiders, I believe. I'm trying to remember the names.
Oronite.
Or
Thank
night
you.
spiders.
Oronite spiders.
That makes sense. Bessie wasn't
Yeah.
doing him much good anyway.
Yeah, I think my employer will find a creature that can generate a portable atmosphere very helpful in some of the conditions they have to operate in. But yes, that's one. And then of course my main employer. Well, I think we've already covered several of the different items, but I'm open to discussion.
I will send something around to your ship as payment for this.
Thank you. Can I do a sense motive on that one, just to be on the safe side, make sure he's not setting us up for something?
Sure.
I have no idea. Alright, cool. Alright, cool. He seems on the up and up.
Okay. He's like gonna send you something for your work.
Okay.
If you all will excuse me, I have some messages I have to send. Business to conduct. A trade station like this doesn't run itself, as I'm sure you understand.
Of course.
Of course. And please, and she'll reach in. Take my card.
Looks interesting. There you go. I puts it on his desk.
Shawnad, be a pleasure doing business with you again.
Pleasure doing business with you all as well. I am sorry that my time takes me elsewhere. I have manifests to look at and the like. But I appreciate you headhunting those creatures for us. Sometimes experiments go wrong. I will see you all in the morning. My assistant will show you the way out.
Thank you.
I'm gonna, as we're getting up, I'm gonna put one of my hands on Shaw's shoulders, and then I'm gonna activate my Arcane Eye, and just leave them in here.
Okay. You guys head out. The Arcane Eye stays. You have to focus on it to see it.
I'm pretty sure like I can't see myself if I'm focusing on the eyes.
Rin is like an older gentleman, correct?
Yeah.
Shall lean into that and help make a thing of like helping you out,
Okay.
basically.
Yeah, you lead Ren out. Ren, you're concentrating. Now, does the Arcane Eye spell have audio?
No, just visual.
Okay. I'm gonna say give me a perception check then, as you guys are let out. Okay.
Right in the middle, unfortunately. Can I risk it for a higher?
It's up to you.
Nah.
I don't think so.
I'll leave it there then.
Could easily be much worse.
Okay. You see, he slides open a desk drawer, and he pulls out. Do you guys know what a nautilid looks like?
Yeah, I do.
He pulls out. It literally looks like almost like an underwater nautilid that you would see. The curved shell, tentacled face. You see that its body is like weird blue and like purple patchwork colors. And as you look closer, you see like it kind of looks like a stellar map. You see he like strokes his finger down the shell and rests it. It seems to kind of like click into place on the side of his like large afish worm, and begin to glow. Can you move the eyes?
Yes.
Okay. You kind of like you try to get it at an angle on the desk. I'm gonna say this is possible. You don't have to make a roll or anything. You're seeing his mouth to do the lip reading, and you are seeing the screen. You see the screen resolves into looks to be a human. You see that this human in particular is wearing like deep blue navy robes. On their right eye, you see that he has what looks to be like a fully living spider with its abdomen is like a red gem. You see this person kind of leans in. You see they look a little curious. And here's the thing, you're lip reading a different language here. Is your spell that lets you understand still active?
It becomes inert, but I can quickly just take my... I can quickly pop out and cast or pop a spell gem of comprehend languages.
Okay, you pop a spell gem, and then this will at least let you do this perception check in the first place and read it. The council member, as he identifies himself, is like, "This is the council. Corum, is that you?" Corum's like, "It is. Sorry, Your Excellency. He's like, it's rather late for a call, or Corum. Is this a social?" He's like, no. Listen, councilman. And I'm gonna say on the you will catch this guy's name.
Do you want me to roll a perception check for this?
This is part of the 33.
Oh, okay.
He calls him Counselor Daramar. Which I'll put in the chat. I am. Well, I'm using the transstellar nautilus because I thought that speed was of the essence. I do not have firm evidence, but I believe there is a possibility there may have been an incursion on Fisundus 1. There's like some quick rapid fire exchange, a little too much to follow with lip reading, as you got eyes kind of like darting back and forth between them. But you see Corum, he kind of like takes a breath, slows it back down. Councilman, I know it's just a hunch, but if you could scramble part of the fleet, perhaps several Oma. You see this bird like the spider like goes back and forth clockwise, counterclockwise, almost like a focusing lens. She's like, Gorham, I don't know. Our resources are stretched thin as it is. If this is nothing, me convincing the rest of the council to pull resources away could jeopardize other fronts. I know, but if they get a foothold on a frontier world, it could be bad. Is this not something you and your men can handle? He's like, I can try, but we're a trading outpost, Councilman. I don't mean to get angry, but I don't have many men here, and we are armed with what? Bioweapon? Pistols? We don't have any war beasts. Fine. Here's what I can do. I can send one Oma from the fleets. It will be there, and I am not quite sure. You know how drift travel's been lately. And he's like, yes, I get it, I get it. It should be fast. I'm going to dispatch it from a nearby system, perhaps a day or two. Just keep things under wraps. Keep mercantile profit coming. Any new prospects? It's like we do have. There's some more of those foreign traders from the Pact Worlds systems. Yes, the ones that came before. Keep that up. Get what you can from them. Alright. I will send the Oma. Good luck. He's like, I pray that we won't need it. For the biocracy. It's the Councilman Daramar says, for the biocracy. The Nautilid, like, its tentacles kind of retract. The glowing screen stops, and you just see. He just leans back in his chair, like hands on head. Shit. And that's where we're gonna leave off for this week, and we'll come back. Probably not next week because it's Thanksgiving. But we should be able to hit it the week after that. So, unfortunate cliffhanger for a 2-week break. But for those watching, thank you, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks.